Okay, the next one is, I finally found the plate, 4501 LawnBoy. Rear tire's cracked and this wheel doesn't spin too good, so I'm gonna look into that. It's got sludge in the tank. It does have a blade that doesn't look bent. Rat's nests do fall out when you turn it over, so I'm sure there's schmutz under there. But the fuel was shut off, so hopefully whatever grossness is in that tank isn't anywhere else. So that's it. We'll start tearing into this one. Let's dig in. You know the drill. Compression first. I'm gonna get this cover off too. See what happens. What do we got? I passed the finger compression test. Let's see what the... I just... Nope. 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 What do we got here? Cross thread Sally. Come on, what's the problem? What the heck is going on there? Get in there. Well, well, we got us problem. Finally. It's even Christmas. Can you see? No. Well, I couldn't really reef on it that hard, but it's got compression. Now, would I consider that an accurate number? No. Could I have hook the drill up, turn the flat? Yeah, but just it's fine. What do we know? We need compression, we need spark, we need fuel and air, right? We got compression. Do we have Sparky? Sparky McSparkerson. Come on, where's the stuff? Come on, come on. This one I know I got the switch on. Nothing. Nothing on the indicator either. So, is there another kill switch somewhere? Is this switch functioning? Let's try it the other way and see if the switch is a liar. I saw nothing. I continue to see nothing. So we got no Sparky Spark. All right. Well, what have we found out? This one's a hot mess. This is what we find underneath the flywheel. Trying to figure out why we didn't have sparks. I wanted to look at the coil Well, what kind of mayhem do we got going on over here? Don't know just yet, but what else? Looky. That don't look right. And the only reason I know is we just did the other one, the previous video before this. That's missing half its, and there's some little treasure stuck in over here. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna grab it and find out. This is bent. Remember the little rod that connects the sort of governs, pushes down when engine's spinning, the weights push out as it gets to higher RPM, which forces this governor down, which pushes the rod, which closes, where am I at? You probably can't see in there, but it closes the butterfly valve in there to keep it from over revving. Well, that's all pooched, so I don't know what that is. Let's get into the tripod. Let's pull that thing out of there. See what it is. It doesn't want to come. It's wedge-a-thonged. I was hoping it's the whole piece. I can't tell. Wouldn't that be something though? Does that look like it could be the whole piece? If it is, I don't want to mangle it too bad. Maybe it's usable. No, it's not the whole piece. It's a chunk of it. So the rest must have blown out. So this mower will not function without that rod and that. And I guess I could look on eBay or something for parts, but since it's not here because it's partially chewed up and partially missing, I think this mower is done for. I can still figure out why it doesn't have spark. Let me clean up the coil, put the flywheel back on, and see if I can get spark out of it. Then maybe it's a parts mower. Or go on eBay and see if you can get this mechanism for a few pennies type thing. See what happens. So put the flywheel back on. Got to poking around with the coil. I sanded it off and, cleaned up. Anywho, so you got your on-off switch over here on. Well, it's supposed to, this is tied essentially to ground. So it's supposed to, when in this position it's on, not be grounded. And that's what the meter shows. I'm not gonna be able to do this all in one hand probably. If you flip the switch, it's grounded, which happens to be with the off position over there on the lid, so that makes sense. So on, even though I won't, yeah, I was able to do it. On means it's not grounded out. We know the switch functions correctly, right? Says Mr. Meter, so I'm leaning towards the coil must be bad in here too. Maybe parts swung around and thumped it. I don't really know, but even with it on, yeah, it's got no spark, so I don't know yet. So I should have gone on to say we had more testing to do, obviously. So if Mr. Switch over here functions correctly, this means this lead is not going to ground in the on position. And when you turn it off, it's grounded, not grounded. This obviously should not be tied to ground unless it's shorted out. It goes over there to the, come on phone. The coil's got that wire and that one that comes out the middle. The one that comes out the middle is this lead. It should not be grounded. And yet, when I test it with the meter, it is grounded already without this being connected even. So this should not be tied to ground right now, but it is. so therefore you wouldn't have any spark. So either there's corrosion and it's conducting somewhere where this wire runs over to the coil, or the coil's bad. So that's the next test. Let's see. Okay. Did I not mention that I don't know quite what I'm doing? Lucky. Well, there's the problem, dummy. The wire doesn't go straight to the coil. This one has points in a condenser. Duh! How much you want to bet that... Actually, I could spin it over and look. Oh, no flywheel to spin with. I guess I could reach under it and crank the blade. Let's see here. Do the points open at all? Come on. Yep. There, see? Oh, you can't see anything because I can't hold the camera. Yeah, opening. So I'm going to clean those contacts up and then see if we get a different result. Let me get a little piece of 1000 grit sandpaper and rub it back and forth in between where those two little contact points are. Right now. And then we'll check for spark again. Autopsy report. Time of death unknown. But we know the flywheel governor dingus would have been needed replaced. Also, I have confirmed now after taking everything apart and I tested it, the coil is bad. Well, I'm not going to show you, but the black lead doesn't go anywhere else anymore. Even if I separated it from that condenser, it grounds out. So it's no bueno. It's as if it's always grounded internally in the coil. It's not the switch, it's not the condenser, it's not the points that are grounded someplace they shouldn't be, it's just the coil. So a combination of the governor parts and this, it's not worth it to fix this thing, so it's going to go into the parts hoard. So you can't win them all. This one had broken parts officially. And I mean, it looks like it had a good long service life. Somebody definitely reefed on it pretty hard, welded it back together. This is the steel deck, not the magnesium deck, so it wasn't one of the higher end models anyway. It didn't have automatic drive mechanism or any of that, so that's what you get. In fact, it looks like it was a Frankenmower, or it had mounting holes for other whatnot, or you took this deck off of something. I don't know, but there's one more LawnBoy down there, so between the two, we'll see which is the best combination of parts. But I'm gonna put this back together, at least in its configuration, so if I ever come across just, one of these things, I'll have it. But into the parts hoard with it. It is no more. Thanks for watching.